have to stop and clean off that lens every once in a while and make sure that it can still see. Okay, here's our turn. We'll be turning headed north now. We'll take this dirt road all the way down. Should end up going into directly into the front gates of Coronado Heights, if I'm correct. It should be. I don't know how long it's going to take, but I've got micro SD cards and extra batteries, so we'll see. Shouldn't take too long. 45 minutes to an hour. It's about 27 to 30 miles from here. This is K54 or K56, I'm sorry, K56 highway. Running directly through Kansas here. There are highways where you can get through it faster, but I prefer the scenic route. Lots and lots of Kansas farmland and a lot of trees and a lot of sights that you just don't see on the highway. Here in the middle of BFE for a while. Moccasin Road. Going down the back roads. Oh yeah. But hey, I don't think it's actually a highway. I think it's just a back road. Now we're really going to be getting out here in the middle of nowhere. We're sitting here in McPherson County. Where we're going is just on the outskirts of Saline County. Hang on to your hats, boys and girls. We're in for a ride. amount of speed on a dirt road without having any real risk of spinning out or anything like that. Unless there's other cars coming, of course. Or if it's wet. But there's some places on these roads here that you don't want to go very fast, or else you're risking losing it big time. I don't want to lose this car. This is my 1977 Ford Ranchero. I could probably take it at about 50 to 55 without any problems, but I think I'm going to keep it around 40 to 45 just to be certain that we're not going to be in any trouble here. Got about a 7.5 foot wheelbase. Maybe 8 feet, possibly. I know it's a long, long car, pickup truck. Navajo Road is the road that you would take to go to Maxwell Game Preserve if you were headed east. And it's not wet, so the road isn't closed. But I'll tell you a story about this road. This is the road where, before that sign was there and before I knew that it was closed when it was wet, I come flying over this road. It's a completely dirt road, as you can see. I come flying over this road when it was puddles of water everywhere in my Jeep, and the water, I hit one of these great big old 3-foot ruts. The water comes flying up over the cab of the thing, up over the cab, and flooded up into my air intake and stranded me. It shut the engine down, stranded me. I had to take it all apart and fix it in the mud, and I needed some frickin' waders that day. Dirt. I hold the wheel with one hand and the camera with the other. Very, very bumpy. Very, very, very bumpy. The second part isn't so bad after this overland road here. There's another road over there somewhere that's referred to as Hookman's Road, and there's all kinds of stories about the Hookman out there. There's also stories I've heard out here in this area about a creature that's almost like a Sasquatch, a Bigfoot, or maybe it's a bear, I don't know. There's never been any definitive evidence, but I will say that the stories that I've heard are very interesting, to say the least. camera here in a few minutes, and I'll go ahead and restart it back up if anything interesting heads our way, okay? Check out these hills. Roller coaster ride. More hills. Oil tanker battery. I don't know. See if I can't get my datagrams back up on this camera. Tell me what's going on with my battery and my info center and all that. Whee! I'm gonna keep cutting it so that I have individual videos here, so that I don't have one great big huge 2-hour long film strip here, you know. Make it a little easier to edit. And I'll turn it on as exciting things happen, if any, or if I want to show you something. It's only going to be like 15 minutes for YouTube anyway, and since I'm shooting HQ, that's going to be bigger than 2 gigabytes. So, yeah, we're going to go ahead and cut it. Actually, straight up there in the distance, that's Coronado Heights. That's where we're headed. You see that hill up there in the distance between where the road is? Sorry, I lost the button there for a minute. I'll just go ahead and leave it on for a little while. I don't want to keep turning it on and off very much, because I've missed stuff, you know. We only missed about a quarter mile that first cut. That wasn't too bad. This is pretty much the Kansas back roads here. There's no doubt about that. Out there, pretty much, you're not missing a whole lot, but you know, if you've never seen it before, let's see if we can see out there. I don't know. A lot of stuff going on out there all the time. See this hill up here, I got somebody coming. This hill up here is Coronado Heights. You got all this stuff going on around you. Unfortunately, I got to keep my eyes on the road, so I just aim the camera in the general direction, you know. Just hope that it gets it. But anyway, yeah. You gotta drive a little slower when you got a camera in your hand. I don't think it's getting a whole lot on the dash. Just the road. Seeing the road. That's it. We're going into this wooded area here, where the road crosses into this wooded area. So I'm going to go ahead and, since there's a lot of curves here, I'm going to go ahead and